On June 21, 2025, the world's attention turned to the Middle East as the United States launched a dramatic and unprecedented military operation against Iran's nuclear infrastructure. This operation, codenamed Midnight Hammer, marked a significant and dangerous escalation in the already tense relationship between the United States, Iran, and the broader region. The strikes targeted three of Iran's most closely guarded nuclear sites: Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Each of these facilities has played a critical role in Iran's nuclear program, with Fordow and Natanz serving as the heart of uranium enrichment efforts, and Isfahan functioning as a key hub for uranium conversion. The Fordow site, in particular, had long been considered one of the most secure and impregnable nuclear facilities in the world. Built deep within a mountain, it was specifically designed to withstand conventional attacks. Yet, in the early hours of June 21st, 6 advanced Northrop B-2 Spirit stealth bombers slipped past Iranian air defenses, releasing a total of 12 GBU-57B massive ordnance penetrator bombs on Fordow. These bunker-busting bombs, among the most powerful non-nuclear weapons in the American arsenal, were capable of penetrating deep into the earth and reinforced concrete, aiming to cripple the facility's centrifuges and infrastructure. Simultaneously, 2 additional MOP bombs were dropped on the Natanz enrichment facility, another cornerstone of Iran's nuclear ambitions. To supplement the aerial strikes, U.S. Navy submarines in the region launched 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles, targeting both Natanz and the Isfahan uranium conversion complex. The scale and precision of the operation underscored both U.S. military capability and seriousness of intent. In a televised address following the operation, President Donald Trump declared the mission a spectacular military success. He emphasized that all American aircraft had exited Iranian airspace safely and without casualties. According to President Trump, the purpose of the strikes was clear: to dismantle Iran's capacity to develop nuclear weapons and to send an unambiguous message to Tehran's leadership. He warned that the United States was prepared for further action if Iran did not pursue a path of peace and dialogue. The operation was not conducted in isolation. It was closely coordinated with Israel, reflecting the two countries' shared concern about Iran's nuclear ambitions. For many observers, this joint action represented a new phase of direct U.S. involvement in the long-standing conflict between Israel and Iran, raising fears of a broader regional war. Iran's response was swift and defiant. The Iranian government condemned the airstrikes as a blatant violation of its sovereignty and international law. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi vowed that Iran reserved all options to defend itself and would retaliate to protect its interests. The sense of outrage was palpable, both among officials and the Iranian public, who saw the attack as an act of aggression that demanded a forceful answer. International reaction was mixed but deeply concerned. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres described the strikes as a dangerous escalation and called for all parties to exercise restraint and return to diplomacy. Many world leaders echoed these sentiments, warning that the risk of miscalculation and wider conflict had never been greater. Within the United States, the strikes ignited a fierce political debate. Some Republican lawmakers hailed the operation as a necessary and justified step to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. However, many Democratic lawmakers criticized the administration for acting without seeking congressional authorization, raising questions about the legality and wisdom of such unilateral military action. Public opinion was similarly divided, with polls indicating that a significant portion of Americans opposed deeper U.S. military involvement in the region. As the dust settled, one thing became clear: the landscape of Middle Eastern geopolitics had shifted. The world now waits anxiously to see how Iran will respond, and whether the fragile balance in the region can be maintained, or if the events of June 21, 2025, will mark the beginning of a much wider conflict.